So in this video, we'll be talking about identifying the types of fractions. How do we identify the types of fractions that we have? Basically, we have about 7 types of fractions. But for now, we'll be talking about only 3 types of fractions that we have. The first one is the proper fractions. Proper fractions. Then also we have the improper fractions. Improper fractions. And lastly, we'll be talking about the mixed fractions or mixed numbers, either way. Now, we have the proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed fractions or mixed numbers. As their name implies, let me use their name to give you an insight into how to identify these types of fractions. Proper fractions. We have different kinds of numbers that are fractions. We have 7 over 10, we have 3 over 5, we have 11 over 2, we have 7 whole number 1 over 4. These are different kinds of fractions. Now, talking about the proper fraction. In layman English, we will say a proper fraction is a type of fraction that its numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means the denominator, the number below the line, is greater than the number above the line. Take for example, I have 1 over 2. Also I have 7 over 10, just like I have here. 7 over 10. These are proper fractions. And from the name, I always like to explain to pupils like this so that they can think when they see bigger numbers or smaller numbers than the examples I have given to them. As the name implies, proper fraction. When they say proper, that means that thing is in order. It is arranged the way it is supposed to be. Take for example, look at 1 over 2. The number that is greater here is 2. And it is down. It is carrying 1. It is normal for 2 to carry 1. Am I right? Yes, I know I am right. And look at 7 over 10. 10 is the number that is below the line. It is carrying 7 because it is greater than 7. So it is just proper for 10 to carry 7. So when you see a bigger number carrying the smaller number, then this is a proper fraction because it is proper. Now let us look at the improper fraction. Improper fractions are fractions that the denominators are smaller than the numerators. Hence, the numerators are bigger than the denominators. So in this case now, I normally tell pupils and students that this fraction, improper, it means that it is not in order. Now let's look at the example. We can have 11 over 2, like I have down here. We can have 10 over 7, like I have here. Now, look at it. The number that is up, the numerator, is greater than the denominator. The denominator is 2. Look at 2 is too small to carry 11. So it is not proper. When you see a smaller number carrying the bigger number, then this kind of fraction is improper. It is not proper. Look at the other one, 10 over 7. 7 is carrying 10. It is not proper. This is the best way I explain it to pupils and students, and they always understand. It is not proper for 7 to carry 10. It's like you ask a toddler to carry an adult. It is not proper. But when you ask an adult to carry a toddler is a baby, a young baby, a little baby. When you ask an adult to carry a toddler, then it is proper. So the same with these numbers. 7 is carrying 10. It is improper. So when the denominator is smaller than the numerator, then this kind of fraction is said to be an improper fraction. Then the last one, as name implies, I said it earlier, I mentioned it earlier, the mixed fraction. This kind of fraction is a combination of a proper fraction and a whole number. Take for example, 2 whole number. This is not a fraction, it's a whole number. 3 over 4. This is 2 whole number, 3 over 4. This is a mixed fraction or a mixed number. A whole number together with a fraction. Another example is 1 whole number, 1 over 2. 1 is a whole number, then together with a proper fraction. And lastly, we can have 10 whole number 4/7. 10 is a whole number with a proper fraction 4/7.